Hello everyone, so I'm back here to continue the conversation. In the video that I shared previously, I went over the reasons why I decided to start with the GLP-1 medication, what steps that I took to make that decision, and how influential was my gynecologist to help me understand the pros and cons of this medication to be able to get into the treatment. As part of that conversation with my gynecologist, there's so many options for GLP-1. There are many medications in the market. You can either take pills or injectables. And so part of that discussion with her was coming to kind of a decision on what was the best option for me. And so what were my biggest challenges with losing weight? It was one of the main drivers that she used to make a decision on what was the best treatment option in my case. My biggest challenges when I will go into a diet or trying to lose weight are cravings and all that noise that happens in your head because you want to eat certain foods, not necessarily healthy foods. So that was my biggest challenge with dieting and losing weight. And so based on that, she decided that the best option for me would be Zepbound. Zepbound is an injectable that helps you quiet those voices in your head, helps you with the cravings, and also helps you feel full when you eat for a longer time. And so based on those challenges, she recommended that I start with the Zepbound option, which like I mentioned, is an injectable. In preparation for that, she did help me a great deal. She got in contact with my insurance company and she got the approval for me not to have to pay a copay. And as we all know, those medications, at least when I started, they're extremely expensive. You can spend about $1,000 a month on copays for these injectables. So I will be forever grateful to her for going that extra mile and getting the pre-approval from the insurance so that I didn't have to pay any out-of-pocket portions for this medication. And so I was set. One of the things that she explained to me is that for my body to be able to adapt and not have significant side effects, she was going to start in the lowest dose of the medication, which is 2.5 milligrams, and then she was going to monitor my progress with losing the weight, and if needed, she will up the dose to the next level, which was 5.0, and so on if I wasn't losing enough weight. And so that was the plan. And this is something important to highlight because I have other friends that have gone to these weight management clinics and they start them in the highest possible dose of the medication. And I think that's part of the issue of a lot of people having severe reactions because it's important to have those conversations with your doctor so that you can build up rather than start at the highest level and then having all these severe side effects because your body hasn't had time to adjust to this medication. Regardless of what we think of this medication, is a drug, and you need to manage that properly so that you give yourself and your body the proper time to be able to absorb and get used to this drug. And so we started at 2.5 milligrams. And so in my case, I decided, since this is a once a week injectable, I decided that the easiest way for me would be to start on a Monday because that way I will get into a routine of every Monday doing the injection. The injection itself is super easy. You don't even have to go to the doctor to get it done. You can do it yourself. It has instructions. You don't need any help. Just follow the instructions and you should be able to get the injection done within seconds. So on day one of being in this medication, Monday came, I did the injectable. I had prepared, like I mentioned in the video before, with supplementals, like the probiotics for the stomach, and also I was taking a lot of electrolytes and water to make sure that I was hydrated enough. And so that helps a lot. And it's important to do that if you're planning to get into this medication. It's important to have tons of time to hydrate yourself. You can use electrolytes. That's something that I use because I don't like to be drinking water all day long. I forget about it. So I use electrolytes to help me maintain the hydration that you need while you're in these treatments. And the probiotics help a great deal as well because it coats your stomach to be able to deal with this drug. And so those are the two things that I would recommend if you're planning to start in this treatment, to start early on, 2 weeks prior, to help you with the side effects. So I didn't have any side effects on day one when I got the injection. Nothing at all. I think around lunchtime I felt a little bit different, but no nausea or not feeling bad or anything like that. I went on with my day normal. At night, I did notice that I wasn't hungry, but I know it is super important to eat and to have meals along the way. You need to fuel your body, and so you have to eat. So I had prepared something very simple for dinner. I had that, no issues. I went to bed. Everything was okay. The next day was a different story. The next day I got up with an ocular migraine and with a lot of nausea. And I felt that way during the day all the way until lunchtime. At lunchtime, I forced myself to eat and the nausea went away. And so what I have learned is that in my case, the second day after the shot of the medication, is when if I'm gonna have any side effects, that's the day that I'm gonna have them. I try to manage those side effects as much as I can with the supplements for my stomach, with hydration. As I have said it time and time and again, you need to be able to help yourself while you're in these medications. And so that was the beginning. That has been my experience throughout the treatment. Always having the second day has been the most difficult day of dealing with side effects. Nothing major for me in my experience, and I think it had to do with the fact that I started at the lowest dose, building up, and also that preparation that happened at the beginning. That would be something that I recommend to you if you're thinking about getting in this medication. Those are the key points to make sure that you have a good experience with this medication and this treatment, rather than having all those side effects that you hear people having. And I think it has to do a lot with not preparing yourself enough to be able to deal with the drug as it as it enters your body, how you're going to react, how your body is prepared, all of that. And so with that, I'm going to pause here and we will continue the conversation. The next video, I want to talk about side effects of the of being in the treatment, and more than anything, side effects due to the rapid weight loss that happens while you are in this medication. And we're going to go over those things that I wish I would have known to prevent some of those side effects. I will share that with you in the next video, and we will continue the conversation so that if I can be of any help with my experience to you, that happens. Again, if you want to share with me in the comments, what was your experience like when you started in this treatment? And we will continue this conversation. Thank you so much for being here, for letting me share my story with you. And I hope with that you can continue following me so that you get more information on what has been for me, and how I have been able to overcome some of those challenges. Thank you.